fly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow.
Hello everyone, my name is Swamp.
Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube, from the gang called Niggas with Attitudes.
And did you recognize the woman at the beginning there? Huh? Did you? She was the woman that had that ridiculous story in one of my other videos about how she threw a plum at a teacher because she was being racist, and she was in like 6th grade or something.
I was really confused when she didn't send me to the office. So how was it that a little black boy who was just there to learn, who literally never really did anything wrong, seemed to be more of a threat to her than somebody who literally threw a plum at her?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to press X to doubt on this one. Not buying it. And I know they say never judge a book by its cover, but as soon as I saw her face on TikTok, I immediately clicked on it because I knew it was going to be some of the dumbest shit I had ever heard in my entire life. And I was not disappointed. And so the reason she's back on the channel is because I came across more of her videos while exploring hashtag white privilege.
White privilege check!
And now, just as you would expect from anything on TikTok, we got some big brain, high IQ takes here. I mean, these people are so smart that if I didn't know that half of them probably are teachers, I would say they should be teachers. Because they're just brilliant.
Hi, I have a question for white people. Do y'all ever ask your grandparents or parents if they ever attended any lynchings?
Honestly, no. I have never asked my parents or grandparents if they've ever lynched anyone. Do you ask your parents or grandparents if they've ever done a B&E, a carjacking, drive-by, robbed a white person? God, this is stupid.
If they ever, I don't know, attacked black people at a diner, do milkshakes at them. If they ever attacked and bullied black kids going to school when integration happened.
Now, integrating schools, that's an interesting one because you used to be a good person if you were for it, and now I come across people all the time on the left who think it was a bad thing. So, you know, they want special spaces for people of color. It was wrong when they had it say, you know, colored people, but people of color. Let's just go back to that. Just if we change the words around, it's better now.
Because black people, we have the conversations with our family. We know what our parents and grandparents went through. But who was doing all that? If our people are still alive and they experienced it, who were the white people doing that to them? Because y'all love to act like that shit is so far removed from our current reality, from current times. But what happened to our family, the perpetrators could be in your house. So do y'all ask? I'm really curious. Do you ask?
As I said, I know people who've been mugged, who've been robbed, and the perpetrators were black. So do you ask your parents or grandparents if they've done that? I don't think so. And nor would I expect you to. And I love how she says like she's asking people and she's genuinely curious. She wants to hear from white people and then ends the video by saying, don't be in the comments sharing what your racist family did, trying to get sympathy. Reflect, take it up with a therapist. Oh, f*** off.
I just came out of Fry's because I wanted to buy some poster board in case we decided to go stand on some corners, and I couldn't go to self-checkout because all my poster boards didn't have barcodes. So I decided to wait in line, and just so happened to be a black lady. And
you don't have to cry because there was a black lady in the store. They're allowed to be in there now. It's okay.
she looks at me and she says, I know where you're going and I appreciate it. And I said, you shouldn't have to. And, you know, we shared our kind words. And she's like, I'm gonna cry. You give me chills. But be safe. And I'm like, you shouldn't tell me to be safe. You need to be safe every day of your life.
I honestly don't even know what to say. Let's just go to the next clip.
I will call the cops when you're walking your dog. I will call the cops when you're out for a jog.
That's right. It would not be a TikTok hashtag video if there wasn't some ridiculous musical number in it. And honestly, the first time I saw this, for a split second, I did not realize that dog on the leash there was a stuffed animal. And I was actually kind of freaked out.
I will call the cops if you answer me back. And no, it's not because you are black. I have lots of black friends, and none of them have treated me this way. I am colorblind, tolerant, and kind. On Thursdays I do Zumba with a man who's probably gay.
You know, I don't actually know what Zumba is. But I'm sure any man there participating 100% is gay.
I got a question for white people and white people only. So duet me this video when you see it, white people. When y'all see a police car, what is the first thing y'all do or think?
God, this is such a common thing. It's like the people who feel this way, who believe that there's white privilege and stuff, totally live in a different reality. I mean, what do you think? Everyone does the same thing. You sit up straight, you make sure your seatbelt is on, and you're like, God, I hope he doesn't turn around and follow me. Please don't follow me. Please don't follow me. Ah, now he's following me. It's the same thing for everybody. No one likes driving past cops or seeing cops. I mean, the only time you ever want a cop is when you have to call them for like a specific reason, you know? Because otherwise they're just, well, they suck. And I made a video about my experiences with white privilege and being pulled over. Actually, it was one of the first videos I did. Here, check this out. Hey, officer. Yeah, here's my card. And I was just wondering, oh yeah, no, I'll turn the music off. Yeah, I was just wondering if you knew there was anywhere I could redeem this card today. Oh, everywhere. Free money at the bank? Okay, well, thank you. See, I told you, it's the same. No matter who gets pulled over, no matter what your race, it always plays out exactly like that.
Hey there, buddy. Hey, are you the guy that shot those people?
Yeah, I'm the shooter.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Officer Woods. Do you mind telling me where you put the weapon you used?
It's over there.
Yeah, I see it. Okay. Tell me what happened, buddy. What happened?
I just had a bad day.
I have bad days too. It's human nature, you know?
Am I going to jail?
I am gonna have to arrest you because you did kill some innocent people. I tell you what, I'm not even gonna put handcuffs on you, okay? See these? You see these? Yeah, tossing them. I won't even put them on you, okay?
It's awful that this is completely accurate.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Killing those minorities really worked up your appetite, huh? What do you want? You want Burger King?
Yeah.
Let's go get you a Whopper, okay? Hold my hand. Hold my hand. Let's go, buddy. All right? It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, all right?
Now, this is an interesting one because this actually could be funny. It's just you have to change the name of it. Instead of saying, how cops take white shooters into custody. No, you just change it to how liberal activists and TikTokers think it be like to be white. Now rewatch that with that title, and it's much funnier.
Let's have a talk. The sun's trying to kill me. So I have a question. You don't have to answer it. I know I'm a white person, and I don't expect black people to educate me. I don't expect none of that. But if you have a free moment, and you're like, hey, I'm going to listen to this lady's story, cool.
Liberal, college-educated white women are a blight on this country. Just stop. Could you imagine living your life thinking this way? I mean, what a ridiculous statement to... How does your brain not explode if you've... Man, my brain's exploding right now. I'm having a hard time speaking. Jesus.
So, I live in a very small town, very, very small town in Kentucky. It has one of the highest populations of people that voted for Donald Trump. I was in my grocery store. It's full of stock, full of white people. Not people who happen to be white, but white people. If you don't know the difference, figure it out.
Full of white people. Not people who happen to be white, but white people. What? This is a new one. It's not often I come across something that I've never seen before from these people. What does that mean? What does that mean?
I'm in there and I see this black gentleman and his son. His son's a teenager. And I see these people, I mean, all the people in the store just looking at them like, why are they in here? I mean, I'm serious. That's the part of the country I live in. So I stayed behind them in case anybody were to start shit. I mean, I stayed far back to where they didn't know I was there. But, like, I made sure that I stayed behind them and gave people dirty looks who were giving them dirty looks. Is that weird? I just didn't want nobody to say nothing. I wanted to be there and use my white privilege to yell at them. Is that weird?
Yes. Yes, that is weird. So what's happening here, ma'am, is you do not interpret the world around you appropriately. You take in all the same stimuli as the rest of us. You see what is happening, and then you completely misinterpret it. Now, there are many, many mental illnesses that have such a diagnosis. I suggest you go find the nearest psych ward and explain this to them, and maybe, God willing, they will be able to help you. I live in an extremely small town, almost exactly like what you're describing. This never happens. This is... Yeah, I'm sure there were people there, and I'm sure there was a black man with his son there, but all this other stuff, you are making this up. I don't know if you're schizophrenic, if you have some history of mental illness in the family, but you need to seek professional help immediately.
So I just went to Starbucks for lunch in my car that is covered in Black Lives Matter signs, and I got followed by the police, which I assume is because of the signs.
All right, the same thing that I said for that last lady applies to you as well. You just took a situation that had nothing to do with your Black Lives Matter signs and just said, I assume it had to do with that. See, you're taking in stimuli from the world, but your brain is not interpreting it properly. There is help for this. You just got to go ask for it. It's the first step. It's the hardest step, but you need to do it.
And so this police officer follows me to Starbucks and watches me go through the drive-thru, then proceeds to follow me across the parking lot where I park in the shade and let my dog eat his puppuccino. And then he gets out of his car, walks around the parking lot, looks at me over a bunch of vans, and when I start pulling out, he immediately runs, jumps back into his car, and starts following me again. So he followed me almost all the way back home, and all I could think was, damn, this is what it's like to be black in America. So, a cab. Here's my car. Side one. And a bonus of my dog.
Thank you. I believe you. Why would you make this up? Shaking my head. I'm doing my car tomorrow. Gee, I don't know, Professor G. Why would someone make that up? It's not like this video has like over 100,000 likes and views and all that. I mean, yeah, it's these are dark times that we live in, dark times. But while I was looking through the white privilege hashtag on TikTok, I did find this video. Man, this is hilarious. This guy is a stand-up comedian, and at first you think you're about to hear something ridiculous, and man, believe me, it's worth it. Watch this.
You white man, we don't want you to find out about it because you'll take it from us because that's what you do. It's also what we're doing to white people. White people, British people, the whitest of all people, except for their teeth. They used to be able to do anything. They could conquer continents, enslave entire races. Now they can't even sing rap lyrics in public. I heard a white guy singing Ninjas in Paris. You cannot convince me that's a privilege. Like, nigga, I didn't have to look over my shoulder or nothing. And I know I look at me jealous white man. I know that used to be your word, but it's ours now. And that's black privilege. It's like you can say whatever the you want and it's not racist because technically you're oppressed. I can say anything like honky ass crack a piece of shit. Mayonnaise eating Trump loving Brexit voting mother. Hey man, isn't that kind of racist? Slavery. Ooh, good point.
Anyway, my name is Swamp. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit like, make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications. Make sure you leave me a comment about how this was the most offensive thing you've ever watched, because I'm just some white cartoon on the internet and I don't understand my own privilege because I'm not a person of color. Fair point. In fact, I agree with you. I'll see you guys next time.